Goal setting and achieving the actual goals are very, very hard. Every year we try to set goals in order to achieve them, but it seems like just a big picture and it's very hard to be able to find out the actionable steps each day to actually achieve those goals. For example, if I want to be a millionaire in 2025, then it's a very big goal and it's very hard. I don't even know where to start from. So this video will give you in-depth actions to be able to take that your big goal, like that seems like a big canvas, into the tiniest details and into the little steps that you need to take each quarter and each time section of the year to be able to break it down in order for you to achieve those goals. So this will give you the exact blueprint on how to achieve each and every goal that you have set for 2025. So I made up this color scheme, breaking each part of the year to be able to break down your goals. First step you need to do is to identify one of your main goals for 2025. You can use this for different goals so you can break down each goal into smaller parts. It doesn't have to be for one goal. So let's say one of your goals is to lose weight in 2025. So that is the main idea of the white part. So state out your main goal. For the red part, you ought to break down your goal into 6 months of each part of the year. So for the first 6 months, you have to achieve one milestone, which is in relation to the goal. And the second part is more of the finalizing and fine tuning of that goal. So, for example, if you want to lose weight in 2025, then maybe the first half of the year could be researching tips and remedies that will help you to be able to lose weight and trying to implement them and going small, finding the right gym for you to be able to lose those weight. Just identifying the different things you can do and start implementing them. Then maybe at the second half of the year, you can actually up those weights and up what you are doing in the first half of the year. The main idea of the red part is just to identify the two main segments of the goal, breaking it down into two. So, for example, I want to be a graphic designer. So, at the first half of the year, I'm going to learn and get my certificate in graphic design. And the second part of the year is actually getting the clients. So, very simple, just dividing those goals into two sections and two segments. For the orange part, you're going to divide that goal into quarterly goals. So you're dividing the first half into two parts and the second half into two parts, making it four. So a quarter is actually 3 months. We have 4 quarters of a year, which is each 3 months of the year. So you can break down, let's say, for example, that goal that I told you of learning graphic design for 2025, which is my own goal, I broke it down into two places. First one is taking a graphic design course for Cal Arts, and the second one is learning an Adobe course. That's the second goal. So I've taken learning graphic design into two places. One is focused on learning one particular and specific course, and the other is focused on learning a different course, which will help me to build on the first course that I learned. So it's in relation to that my big main goal. I've been able to break it down. The third quarter is for getting clients for 2025, and the fourth quarter is being able to sustain that business and getting more and more clients. Take that goal that you have been able to identify what you are doing in each half of the year to breaking down into different segments of the quarter. What do I need to do each quarter that is going to lead me up to that big goal that I've decided on? People don't, that is, I feel like this is a very easy thing to do because it's when people set goals, they just take one big take on one big goal and they don't even categorize it and break it down into, okay, what am I doing each part of the year that will lead me to be able to achieve this goal. It's not just about the big picture, it's about breaking it down. It's what you do every day that will actually lead you to the achievement of that your goal for the next year. There are 3 months in each quarter. What you need to do is that for each month, you need to be able to decide for specific task are you going to do each month leading up to that your quarterly goal. For the first quarter, which is January, February, and March. January, you can recall that I said I'm going to do a course on graphic design. So January is for completing the first and second module. February is for completing the third and fourth module, and March is for completing the fifth module and also taking on projects. So that's my quarterly goal. I've been able to break it down for what I'm supposed to be doing each month So I've been able to take it from one big picture to actually detailed steps. So from there, you can further go into implement, okay, what am I going to be doing each week? Obviously, this type of format is something that you can only decide, you can only foresee it to some extent, mostly for the mostly for the first 6 months, because the first 6 months is within your range. You can actually have vision to be able to see what you are doing there. But if you have not finished the first 6 months, it's going to be hard for you to plan the next set. So that's why I did not plan any weekly goals for the next half of the year. I just left it on the ones that I can focus on and see on how it's going to turn out. So from what I achieve in my first half, that I'm going to know how am I going to start, what am I going to change, what were your daily routines, and what you did each day is going to change as the time passes in the year. So what I'm doing in the first quarter is not what I'm going to be doing in the second quarter. That's the same with your goal. If let's say you want to become an accountant, maybe in the first half you're going to take on courses learning accounting, and the second half you're actually going to be the accountant. So you can able to foresee the second half of the year because you have not yet finished the first half. So that's why I advise that you should only mostly focus on the first half. Then when you're done with the first half, you can go through what you have achieved in the first half, knowing what you're supposed to do. What am I supposed to do in this next season of the year? From there, you can decide for, okay, in January, this is the core theme of January, what I'm going to do in relation to this specific goal. Oh, this is what I'm going to be doing in January. So what are the weekly things I'm supposed to be doing in what am I supposed to be doing weekly each month? So as an example, each each week I'm going to dedicate 1 hour 30 minutes to my goal, 1 hour 30 minutes to my course, learning the course. So you have to think about your own goals. What are you going to do each week that will lead you up to the achievement of your goals? Okay, what are the small tasks I'm going to be doing every day that's leading me up to the goal? So that is the concept of the blue part of the color scheme. To summarize and go over everything, you first need to identify your one big goal. After that, you need to identify how you can break that goal into two parts of the year. So I'm going to achieve one milestone in the first half and one milestone in the second half. And then when you are done with the first half, you can know how far have I gone. Am I going to have to shift some things into the second half due to some unforeseen circumstances? Or am I on track? You have to go through, you have to reflect on your goals each month or weekly or bi-weekly, whatever works for you. At least for each 6 months of the year, you have to reflect on those goals that you have set. For quarterly, you have to decide, okay, what am I doing quarterly? And please, I want to stress this. Please don't set too much goals. Only focus on what are the core areas of your life you want to develop. Say, for example, I'm focusing on three core areas of my life. I want to develop my content creation, I want to develop my business, and I want to develop my relationship with God. That is enough, in my own opinion, because if you set too many goals, you're going to be burnt out. After 2025, another year will still come, and you can start to take on more activities, and you change. What you might actually discover in the year that what you wanted to do at the beginning is not what you want to do now. It's no longer your interest. So there's no point of bombarding yourself with so much goals and you get burnt out and stressed. So keep that in mind. So you should have been able to identify what am I going to do each quarter in relation to my 6 months goal. Then from each quarter, I'm going to break it down into each month that is relating to, it's like a box inside a box inside another box. Then lastly, you may have to have a to-do list or a calendar, planning your day. Because if let's say you have three goals and you have to implement and you have to set tasks and activities each day for achieving those three goals of 2025, then you have to have a to-do list of what you're going to do and a time schedule. Please, this is very important. I hope this video was helpful and you have been able to see how you can break that one big vision and that one big goal of 2025 into small steps that you can achieve. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.